Alright guys, welcome back to Formula 1 news, and silly season is in full effect here, all sparked by Fernando Alonso, but a quick video to discuss what Oscar Piastri has just come out and said with regard to this statement from Alpine that he will be their driver next year. He reckons it's not happening, probably going to go to McLaren instead. What is going on? Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new as always, I'd greatly appreciate it. So if you guys missed this story, just about an hour or so ago as I'm recording this, Alpine confirmed that Esteban Ocon and Oscar Piastri are going to be part of their team for next year. Their statement said, though, effectively, that they're promoting Piastri to that seat because they believe, from a legal perspective, apparently, that they have the right to say, look, Piastri, you're part of our program, you're going to be our starter, now Alonso's no longer here. He reckons, Mark Webber, his manager, reckons, that's not necessarily the case. They said, we've promoted him, he's going to be our driver, effectively, to maybe try and force the hand of Piastri to say, okay, yeah, well, fair enough, maybe you do have the legal right to my seat, I suppose, so I'm going to drive for you next year. Now, that was the question being raised, though, because it was rather interesting that they'd submitted this post, and Piastri, of course, who I'm sure with his lifelong dream to be a Formula 1 driver, you'd have imagined this would have been coordinated, right? Piastri says, oh, you know, I'm joining Alpine, like, this is my dream for my entire life, and Alpine have given me the opportunity, love to see it, all this type of stuff. No word from Piastri, no word from Mark Webber. You'd have thought they'd have celebrated this announcement. Mark Webber, I believe, is over in Australia, asleep as this announcement is ongoing. I imagine woken up by now. And then Piastri, we think, is in Europe doing some testing, but also might have been asleep, kind of unclear. So people are wondering, why did they do this announcement then? It seems a very strange timing and really rushed, honestly, like to maybe force Piastri's hands. And that was the weird question, right? That they didn't have a quote from Piastri. Usually when they do these announcements, there'll be like a quote from the driver, right? To say, you know, I'm really happy to join, all this type of generic stuff. So the cynical view, as Adam Cooper says, this was a legal chess move by Alpine to make its contractual position clear. He is ours, effectively. Like, yeah, crazy few days. Is he actually committed to Alpine, or is he, you know, what's going to happen from a legal perspective if he tries to go to McLaren? Then he comes out with this statement just a few minutes ago saying the following: I understand that, without my agreement, Alpine F1 have put out a press release late this afternoon that I am driving for them next year. This is wrong, and I have not signed a contract with Alpine for 2023. I will not be driving for Alpine next year. This is remarkable, honestly, to think about the fact that Alpine have just put out this statement. Look at the likes flooding in here. And now Piastri is saying, look, that's not the case at all. I'm not even going to drive for them, right? So he's not even entertaining the possibility that he's going to be driving for them next season. He's just saying straight up, I'm not going to drive for them. I have another offer lined up. So what happens here from a legal perspective, I don't know. Of course, the theory would be that Piastri is going to go to the McLaren seat, right? Because we believe that Mark Webber, his manager, has a good relationship there, and therefore Piastri might have that McLaren seat in place of Riccardo. And clearly, with all the antics that Alpine have played the last few days, he probably doesn't want to be a part of them anyway. But from a legal perspective, maybe they have an argument. So I'm guessing, and I hope at least, that Piastri has put this out with a kind of permission and discussion with his manager Mark Webber, so that they put their side of the story out there as best as it possibly can be. But yeah, it's a crazy situation that, well, we're going to have to stay tuned for what's next here, right? Because, I mean, yeah, this is truly remarkable stuff. What it does probably mean, if this goes ahead, as Piastri is describing, because, look, he's not going to turn down the Alpine seat to go to Williams, right? That's not going to happen. He's only going to turn down the Alpine seat if he has an actual reasonable offer from McLaren. And if that is the case, what Piastri has just said, then surely the McLaren seat is open, and therefore Riccardo might go the other way. Rumour has it Riccardo's been speaking to Alpine already to try and get Alonso's seat, because maybe he felt it coming that Piastri was actually going to get the McLaren seat instead. So absolute madness right now. Definitely intrigued to your thoughts on this in the comment section below, and I'm sure there'll be more to come on this story over the coming days. But hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new as always, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.